Hey everybody, I wanted to jump on here and play around in my glue book. So I know I said I was going to start this year and work in a big glue book, and I was going to have it be food themed. Let me get what I've got here. Let me get what I've got. So I'll show you where I'm at with that, but I'll also want to kind of show you what I've been doing since. So this is my food and drink one, and here is my favorite Prue Leith. She's one of the judges on Great British Baking Show. Anyways, this is my opening page. This is, it is what it is. When you make a glue book, those of you may know, you kind of should start in the middle and work your way out. And so, which is what I'm doing. But this just needed to be the cover page, or the intro page. So anyways, you can see where I'm at with this. I did start in the middle and I've worked my way out. Now, that looks like I've done a lot, but it's just backgrounds. That's the only thing I've done back here in my food journal is backgrounds. And a lot of these backgrounds are very busy, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting once I get into, like, playing around with the glue books. Because what I like to do is do the backgrounds and then have free reign to add whatever. But all that to be said, I've made some progress in my glue book. I have tons of images to play around with. But the other day, I was at Walmart and looking at their journals, because that's what I do. Their notebooks and journals and things like that. And I found a package of composition books that are half books. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need these. It was a package of 10. I don't necessarily know that I need 10. But I got them. They were super cheap. It's a package of 10 for $4. And this is just a fun size for whatever. So I have these that I've not done anything with. One I've started kind of as a literal junk journal. Little scraps and bits and all that, just because. And one I've started playing around with watercolors in it. Of course, it makes the pages all nice and crinkly. But I don't know what I'm going to do with that. The other one, I started a glue book in, and I just started it, I guess it was last weekend. I thought, this will just be kind of my random glue book, and I'll play around in it. It's small. It'll be fun to play glue book in a smaller form. So I did that, and I just started in the middle, and I will tell you, this size is a good size because for the backgrounds, if you have one magazine page and you tear it out, you can basically cut it in half and you have two backgrounds. And, they make for little, just little vignettes. I can do a big spread, or I can do two separate ones, or whatever. And so I just kind of started in the middle. And the other, like I said, last weekend I worked a lot on this, and it was really weird how I did it. I did it a page at a time. I didn't go through and do backgrounds. I just started this page, and I found this little girl, and I stuck it here. And I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a little bee on that background. So I glued her to where it looks like she's trying to hold that bee. But again, I just had some matte paper, and I stuck this here, and I stuck that there, and I kind of went crazy with it. And so, you can see I've got a lot done in it. It does have a bit of a chunk, but, I've been back and forth of starting in the back and the front, and then starting in the middle and working my way. And so I just thought we would come on here and play around in it today. Now, I will say this. If I can find it. This is my center, and I'm done with majority of these pages on the inside working out. But I got the other night, I was kind of busy, and I was done fussy cutting for the night. I sit and fussy cut a lot when I'm watching TV. And so I just wanted to start putting down backgrounds. And so I started, like right through here, this next few pages are background. Well, some of them I've done, but majority of these next few pages are backgrounds. Ready to go. And kind of the same way here, starting in the middle, I'm pretty much done with a lot of these. Until I get to like here, and then I've pretty much got some backgrounds going on. So, I thought we could start where, oh, and then of course in the back, I started at the back. These are quote unquote done, and I didn't get very far until I flipped to the middle and started working in the middle. The same way with the front. I've got a few in the front. I just love this one. I just think it's so funny. But then, so I'm not taking any pages out of this. I didn't take any pages out of my big random, I don't think, that I did last year. And it makes it really chunky, but I'm okay with that. Because you're adding quite a bit of layer. So, I'm okay with that. So, I've got my little trays of bits and bobs plus hanging around. And so I thought maybe we could just piddle around with some pages for a little bit. Maybe even get all my backgrounds covered up. And of course this is quote unquote big random, or little random, I guess is what it could be considered. So there's really no rhyme or reason. What I did notice is when I sat down the other night and started putting this together, and I started in the middle and I did it page by page, I did notice that I wasn't being so random. Like I was having, I was making little moments of art. Like I did this page and, I made it happen. And it wasn't like I was coming back to it. It's like, okay, that's done. Same thing with this one. Same thing with this one. I found a background and then I just kind of found pieces to make it a page. So whether or not that's considered glue book or collage, I don't know. But I think I will say this. I think I'm more pleased with my pieces. I just love the inside. I just love these. These inside pages that I have created page by page, not there's some backgrounds, let's make something out of it. So I think that that's probably what I need to do. And since I've got backgrounds going on, maybe I need to, I'm really having fun with these vintage magazines that I've cut up. They're super fragile, but they're quite fun. So let's find a couple of like these women, and as our main focal points. And let's see if I've got any of these backgrounds pre-made that that they would look good with. And I've got a box of words here. I like her here. And again, there's no rhyme or reason. I don't have to have words. I just, you know, I'm just really having a lot of fun with this. And more fun than I thought I would. And honestly, more fun than I did with my other big random. And I don't know if it's because I'm working so small or what. Or maybe I just was in a groove. I have been very much in a groove of doing art lately. Collage or art journal, or I'm looking for, there they are, my little bitty scissors so I can trim this up. I've just really been very much into my art lately. So I don't know if that's what it was. I was just in a groove. Okay, so I like that. So let's see if we have, so this is my little bitty bits. Little bitty fussy cuts. And I'm just pulling some out. And we can play with them and see what becomes of it. But what I found was, by me doing these pages like I was able to tell more of a story, if that makes any sense. I don't know what the story is in this page, in this piece, but I kind of like that. I don't know whether or not it actually goes with that or not. I don't know that that's much of a matter. This is stuff I was fussy cutting last night, and so it's not sorted by words and things like that. It's just in here. These little flowers that I cut out. I'm kind of feeling that. Yeah, so I don't, like I said, I'm really enjoying working this small glue book. And I wasn't sure I was going to, but I'm just really, I'm in a groove with it for sure. I'm trying to cover up that wording, even if I have to go off the page a little bit, that's okay. I found that doing the backgrounds was, again, super simple because of the size of the page. You know, I could have one page, one magazine page. Or like this background had a lot of writing at the bottom and writing at the top. So I just chunked out the center part and made it work for me. And we'll look through our words and see if we can find a word to go with this. These flowers are from a kit. I don't know if they are from Cindy at Studio Lou, one of her, I think, her Journal with Me kit, or if they're from something else. I don't know. That's my problem with naming things I'm using, because I don't know where they came from. Okay. Now, let's flip through our words and see. There's all sorts of words in here. Some of them are not very friendly, so just so you know. I actually could just kind of like that alive. Okay, we're gonna go with that. What I did notice the other night is I wasn't giving too much thought to this. I was just like, okay, yep, that works. Yep, that works. Not that I was just doing something willy-nilly. It was just that I wasn't stressing too much about it. I was just like, I need a word. Okay, there's a word. Let's put it on there. So that says living. And this one will be alive. Let's see how far we can come down with it. Okay. So now we have this other lady that I pulled out. I like her there. Let's see. Let's flip to the other side. see if she goes with any of these other backgrounds. That's very muted. This is what I did. I think I'm done with that. I just added those 3 words. I just liked it. How's that for a background? How about we do this? This is a busted window. This is a Reader's Digest image. And it's a person, a man, and it looks like a kid maybe busting through a window. But if we cover them up, and she's got some busted window in the background, and then we use these words. See what we can make out of it. So, while I think this is a glue book, I also think this is a collage book. I know some people do glue books and they just plunk things down. They don't really have composition or a theme or anything like that. They just glue stuff down. And it's not really, I mean, I did that a little bit in the random book, but I'm not doing that in here. It is random because they make no sense. The images and the compositions and all that. But there is some sort of rhyme or reason to them instead of just filling a page with random stuff. I kind of want to cut out all these letters and spread them out so they're not so there's not so much white. And so let's trim these down a little bit. Like that. Okay. So tell me, what do you think? Is a glue book a collage book? Are they the same thing? Am I overthinking this? Am I calling this a glue book and it's not? Should I be calling it a collage book? Is there a difference? I think a random glue book is, you know, some sort of collage. It is a form of collage. But I think, to me, a glue book is just, there's not a message per se. So I am Not that I'm making messages in my pieces, but I am kind of working towards something, a message or a image, you know, a focal point image or something. Let's work with, I don't want to work with that guy. I want to work. We've got this lady doing her little bowling thing. Some of these are too big for this, but I fussy cut them anyways. Because I can use them in, how cool is that image? Too big for this, but I can use them in my other collage pieces. So these are just the ones that I cut last night, and so you know, like the words are not sorted, and look at that little knit one ticket. And some of them go in my food journal. I'm just picking out a couple of images that I might want to work with. Okay, let's see what we can play with. I like her. And if I use this, I have to chop either quite a bit of the bottom off or the same with her. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, well, that didn't get me anywhere, so let's see if there's some different ones to work with. Let's try these. See what we can do with them. See if any of these speak to us. Kind of like that there. Let's see what our other options are. Nothing's speaking to me. What is the deal? What is the deal? Sorry about that. I got interrupted by a phone call. I don't know what I was saying, but I kind of like this here. This is like a metal tin full of some daisies. Ooh, no, I like that there. Covers up the that little bit. If I make it go down to there, I feel like I kind of need that there to make it go off the page. Just a little scrap that I pulled out of nowhere. Y'all are probably like, what? Where should that come from? It actually came from the Alive piece, from that other. I just knew it was at the top of my scrap bin, trash bin. I think we were talking about the differences in glue books versus collage books. Come on, I want you to be down there. You to be all the way here. I think we were talking about that. I don't recall though. Okay, another phone call. Hopefully I won't get interrupted too many times. Okay, I like that. Let's see if we can find some words to go with it. I like that. That says just curious. P.S. Excuse me, I have hiccups. Yes, now is the time. Yep, that's what we're going with. Again, I don't know what sense it makes, but we're going with it. We are going with it. P.S. I ripped it. See, I'm using these old vintage magazines, and oh, their little bits and bobs are so fragile. P.S. Now is the time. Yep. Okay. Working small like this, I don't feel like I have to do a lot. These, I just have a dog and a word, and they're a finished page unless something else comes up. Okay, so we have this Lawn Boy. That's kind of boring. Oh, look at that. Her arm flipped up. on, boy. You can do it with the flowers. And we can always trim down the grass a little bit. This is another vintage advertising that's really fragile. Obviously by the advertisement for this. I'm gonna trim it down just a little bit off the bottom. Not a whole lot. I want to be able to cover up these words on this flower. So I need to trim a little bit more of that off. I think that would be good. Only problem with trimming it off the bottom is the top of my lawnmower doesn't go to the top, but that's okay. I don't know if you noticed it or not, but the edges of this don't go to the edge, so we don't fit perfectly on this page, but that's okay. We're gonna make it happen. Well, I was saying, actually, it's got a purple line down here, so that works out okay. Every page doesn't have to have a word. I just like to see if there are no. And you know, I can be finished with this, but if something comes along that I feel like needs to go back there, then we can make it happen. I like this lady, but what I don't like about her is she's holding a cigarette. I mean, I can't really chop her off enough to, I mean, I guess I could, but I'd like something else to go with her. How about some potatoes? What else? I like the Art of Life there, but I don't like all this other blah, blah, blah stuff. We could do that. Let me see if I can trim her up enough to cut off her cigarette without really cutting her off. And then let's trim this. Glue that down. Looks like I need to trim it some more, but that's okay. We'll get that on the I'll trim it in a minute. No up to the edge since I chopped you off, darling. I cut out your bad habit. Sorry. Okay. I don't know what else can go on here. They could go there. Yeah, why not? Again, doesn't make sense, but again, we don't have to. That's crooked, but that's okay. Anything else need to go on here? I keep bringing this up. Tells me I need to do something with it. Sure, why not? Okay, I'm good with that. Let's see if we have room for this lady. Or these. Or this. Yeah. She kind of looks cool there. I'm just digging through my words. Can we build your own peace, or are we building your own mess? Oh, apparently this was not a good time for me to play in my glue book with you guys because I keep getting phone calls. Build your own revolution. Ooh. Yeah. I think she looks like she's building her own revolution. What says you? Yeah, I like that. We'll finish her up and then we'll call it a day because, again, my phone keeps ringing, so. I don't know if you guys can see it, but she's holding, looks like a Blue Cross and Blue Shield healthcare card. Quite fitting. Quite fitting. The current state of affairs of building your own revolution. And I'll leave that at that. Yep, we'll leave that at that. Okay, so what did we end up doing? This little spread, I kind of like that. This. We added this to this. I'm not gonna say it's done, but it is what it is. We did this, and I feel like we did something else up here. Maybe we didn't. Oh, we did. We did her. Is that all we did? Yeah, that may be all we did. Okay. Well, thanks for joining me. I'll be back soon enough. I'll be back playing in this some more. I'm just going to have to wait until my phone's not ringing off the wall for some weird reason. So, thanks for joining me, though, and I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, again, highly recommend these little half composition books. They're the perfect size to work in. I found them a pack of 10 at Walmart in the journaling and notebook section. So they were on the bottom shelf down at the bottom. Hard to find. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.